Hello and welcome to another one of these ADD videos. Today we're going to be looking at an introduction to chemistry. Some of the basic concepts and terminology that you'll need to know in order to start your understanding of what's going on. So what is chemistry? Well, chemistry is the study of the properties and the composition of matter. Okay? So what is matter? We'll talk about the different properties and such later. For now, let's talk about matter. Matter is anything that takes up space and has a mass. Those are the two key terms for it to be defined as matter. So as long as you take up space and you have some mass, you're considered to be matter. And we have the building blocks of matter, which are called atoms. And atoms together form specific elements. Okay? They used to be thought to be the smallest particles. Now we know that there are subatomic particles, and even smaller than that, there's quantum level particles. If you want to be a physicist, you'll get all into that. But for our purposes, if all of the atoms have the same atomic number, in other words, the same number of protons, then they're all part of the same element. Okay? The atomic number is the defining attribute to the element. So it's basically what sets it apart from the other elements. So what do we have here? Well, we have a way to organize these elements is this wonderful periodic table, and it's an arrangement of all the elements based on increasing atomic numbers, and those are increasing in the period as you go left to right. The periods are the rows of your periodic table, and your groups are the columns. The columns, the groups, share similar properties. We'll go into this more detail when we talk about the periodic table. But for instance, group 1 is the alkali metals, group 2 is alkali earth. In here, in the middle, we have transition metals, and this is actually probably a little thinner than it should be, because there's supposed to be 6 columns on this right side. It's just a rough sketch, it's an introduction. And typically the non-metals are to the right of a line here that we will discuss later. But there used to be a Russian chemist back in the day named Mendeleev, and he didn't know the atomic numbers, and he basically used hydrogen, very first element, and he looked at the relative mass compared to that of hydrogen. If you could guarantee you had the same number of molecules, he compared their masses and then grouped them as such. And then our periodic table we have today is not much different than what he himself came up with. But we are going to look at part 2. Make sure you check out, this was just a basic introduction of some terms and what chemistry is. It's also my first time using the black screen. You guys give me some feedback on what you think about the black screen. I had a few people tell me that they didn't like the glare of the white screen. So if this is preferred, then that's fine. I don't mind switching to this. But that's basically it. So watch part 2 of Chem Basics, the introduction to chemistry. We're going to talk about atomic number, atomic mass, and a few other concepts. Okay? Hope I've clarified things for you and began your road down chemistry in a good way. Have a good day.